Welcome to STSPN. We're here tonight at Edmonds Memorial
Edmonds,
Stadium.
Everett.
Memorial Stadium.
There you go.
We're a little bit north of Edmonds.
A little bit north. About another 20-minute drive.
20 minutes. Well, sorry about that. But it'd be nice if there was a stadium in Edmonds as well. Soccer game here tonight between the Jackson varsity boys soccer from 4A South against the Lake Stevens boys soccer from 4A North. We're just getting ready here on the field to do the introduction of the players.
Timberwolves and the Vikings.
Yes, Timberwolves and the Vikings. Jackson Timberwolves, Lake Stevens Vikings. And we're now seeing the Vikings being introduced out there on the field. And the crowd is still pouring into the stadium over there.
Pouring in.
I count scattered about in various locations, probably about 55 to 60 people. And strangely enough, I don't know if the camera sees that or not, but there's like one lone spectator way at the top of the bleachers.
I bet they're doing a little camera ops up there. Let's go ahead and zoom in and see what we've got up there.
See what's going on up there?
What is that person doing up there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty good zoom there, isn't it? What are they? Oh no, there's no camera.
No, just
all alone. She's waiting for a boyfriend or something up there.
I don't know. She's all alone. Then there's one over far right, all by themselves over there, wrapped up in a blanket, clear over there. So.
Oh yeah.
See,
let's go ahead and pan over there and see what we got going on here. Oh. Yep.
She just.
All kind. I think people are looking for shelter from the breeze. That's what I think.
Well, that's kind of interesting when they get off that far apart. But it's their choice. They have lots of choices of seats here tonight in Everett Memorial Stadium as we see the introduction of more of the Jackson High School players there. This soccer match tonight will be a traditional 40-minute halves, typical for high school soccer. Last 2 minutes of the game traditionally is kept on the field by the referee so that he can extend or add time as he sees fit, depending on what happened during the course of that first period.
That made it a little bit interesting last night, didn't it?
Yeah, and last night we saw that actually happen. We were doing the Snohomish Arlington game, or GP Arlington game, and it went into overtime. So
it was GP in Arlington?
And GP in Arlington, yeah. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. We were at GP. Remember? You were late.
Well, no, I was, well, they changed the time on me.
Yep. Right now everyone's lined up facing the flag to the north here, I think. Having the Pledge Allegiance ceremony.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, in the background,
way in the background.
We're hearing the Star Spangled Banner being played, and I think there was a 1 minute of silence there in tribute to the Oso tragedy over there, just east of Arlington. Very sad thing to have happen. All right, there's the home of the Brave finishing the national anthem, and players getting ready to start this football match here tonight.
Oh, Don't be calling it football.
It's
Because we specialize in football. All right.
a soccer football match.
There you go.
It's a football, but it's soccer.
World football or
World football. But in this world that we live in, it's usually referred to just as soccer. And football is played on this striped field out here with the numbers and lines on it, which you will see in your screen. Normally not shown on a soccer pitch, which is a little bit wider and a little bit longer than a normal football field, the American football field. So Jackson High School will be on the left in the white uniforms, Jackson being the home team here tonight. And Lake Stevens Vikings will be in what looks probably to you like black, but I think it's very dark blue. Their colors are actual purple and gold. Maybe it's dark purple. So at least it's going to look black to you. So, are we showing that?
yeah?
All
Well,
right.
no, we're not showing it, but I can put it up. I'll put it up for people to take a look at.
Yeah, we're up here in a nice, beautifully constructed booth here in Everett Memorial Stadium with a nice wind shield from the prevailing breezes from the east and sheltered from the overhead rains which may occur at other times, but certainly not tonight. So we're looking to have a full dry game tonight and beautiful, nice temperature weather for a soccer match. Probably right now about 50 degrees out, and will no doubt drop down to the mid 40s.
There, we got the picture up there now. You take a look. That's what we had to do to block the wind from hitting us there.
Oh, there we are at Everett Memorial Stadium in our luxurious box.
That's the press box.
The press box. All right, here we go. Game has started. Lake Stevens takes possession first, moves the ball downfield toward their goal. See how these teams feel each other out. The Jackson varsity boys coming in here with a 3-1-1 league record and a 3-2-1 overall record against the Lake Stevens Vikings with a 3-1-0 league record and a 3-1-2 overall record. So Lake Stevens has had 2 ties. Jackson's had 1 tie, as we had a good threat on goal down there by Lake Stevens, and saved by, I believe that was number 14, Andrew Jordan for the Timberwolves, and it will be a Lake Stevens corner kick from the far left of your screen, which is probably a little bit out of your view, but there's a good scoring opportunity here, and the kick is up far right, way long, but captured by Lake Stevens, trying to move it back in the middle, and a shot on goal, and it's in, just like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first goal of the night, and Lake Stevens scores 1-0 with 38 minutes and 40 seconds about into this left to go in this period.
So what would that be time in? That would be
about 1 minute and 50 seconds in, roughly, or 40 seconds.
Well,
So,
I'm trying to remember how to be able to report that, because they always say so many minutes in.
yeah. Well, subtract from 38 and a half from 40 and you'll get the right answer. Lake Stevens defense and controlling the ball here down the right side of the field now. Moving back midfield. Easy save by Jackson as the ball goes on the far side. Gave up possession to Lake Stevens here in the midfield.
So who's that you had helping you last night? That was John.
Oh, that was John. He was a parent of one of the Glacier Peak players last night, and also the PA announcer for Glacier Peak soccer match. Knows a lot about soccer and knows a lot about the boys. Apparently, he's been coaching and playing with the boys for quite a few years now. So, and with his son playing on the team, he's pretty aware of who's playing with who. They play, do these kids here play rec soccer, and it's quite likely that some of these boys from Lake Stevens and Jackson play on the same team during off season when they play rec soccer. So.
Well, that's what Pettit said the other night when I talked to him. Spencer Pettit, who's on the Glacier Peak team, and I was asking him about the upcoming game between them and Snohomish because they're both unbeaten. And he said that he plays with a lot of those guys on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
He says they're very, very good.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. That's coming up, what is it, April 26th, that game? Do you remember that right?
Something like that.
Yeah. That'll be a great game. We'll probably be there doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Lake Stevens saving a little attack by Jackson here. Feeding the ball out the far side of the pitch. Out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a Jackson throw in. Yeah.
Out of bounds again.
Yeah, it seems that Jackson's playing a little bit loose defense out there. Well, that's actually going to be a penalty shot. He pushed him down over there. Lake Stevens with a potential scoring opportunity here in front of the goal. Off the mid side, still controlled by Lake Stevens. That's not a good ball. Up and over. Would be picked up by the goalie for a goal kick. Good idea, but not what he intended to do, I don't think. Boy, these kids kick that ball 50 yards and stop it with their head. You know, they got to do that just right.
And I don't think those balls are like Nerf balls, are they?
No. You got to know what you're doing, or you'll see stars. There's the ball fed over to the goalie. Challenged by Jackson. Goalie picks the ball up, says, "Al, if you're going to challenge me, I'm going to pick it up and kick it." Oh, he kind of muff kicked it right to Jackson. Don't think he meant to do that.
Is muff kick, is that a actual term?
That's a Ron term. He blew the kick. He muffed it.
He muff kicked it.
Let's see what he does this time. He gets another chance to redeem himself. He should kick this down about the 50-yard line, and he does. And then some. Maintained by Jackson on the far side.
Lake Stevens.
Yeah, Lake Stevens has it now. I gotta get these guys straight eventually here. Pick up some of their names as we go along. Lake Stevens in the middle of the field here. Here's a chance to get a nice shot up in front of the goal. He's there. It's a little bit high, a little bit blocked.
That would be like a whiff kick there.
Yeah, a little whiff. Got a little bit high. I think he was being challenged by Jackson there. I actually thought Jackson might have got a foot on it, but he just got in the way a little bit, made him kick it a little high. So end up with a threat on goal, but no goal. And Lake Stevens still leading this 1-0 with 32 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this first period, first half. Right now, I would say in the short period of time we've been playing that Lake Stevens seems to have a little bit better ball control overall. Not afraid to pass the ball anywhere. There's a good defensive play there by number 2, Aldo Sanchez, for Jackson to make a good opportunity for Jackson, and Jackson gets a shot on goal there. That was number 7, Jared Davis, with an almost goal. Right, shot it right to the goalie. He had a little more angle to the far post. He would have had a better shot at it. And here's
Lake Stevens.
Lake Stevens with another attempt on goal. Here's a shot on goal. It's just, did it go
it's in.
It went in? It did go in. I thought it was just wide, but it's in. Lake Stevens scores again. 31 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this period.
Give me that in reverse, will you?
In reverse order, that would be 8 minutes and 35 seconds into the match. Keep asking me to do that. I might have to get my calculator out. Here's Lake Stevens again. Goes down the far end of the field with another potential challenge here. And no foul, ball off of Jackson.
Would you say that was like 8:20?
8:35, yeah. So Lake Stevens will have a corner kick over here off of that last little play, and as always, it's just a throw-in, but it's the same as a corner kick because he can put it right up in front of the goal. One thing I noticed, this level, high school level, same as pro level, anytime you get a throw-in down there within 10 or 15 yards of the goal, they can throw it all the way in, all the way across the pitch, more than halfway across the pitch. Easy throw in here by Lake Stevens again. Cleared out by Jackson. Back in control of Jackson still. Long ball by Jackson back to Lake Stevens control. Nice through ball. Challenged by Jackson, but no, there's a long ball. It's going to be kind of right to the goalie. Not quite.
Is that a colored ball?
It's colored, yeah. It's kind of yellow and white. And
but
black.
I don't know if it was last night's ball colored?
No, they come in all different colors, yellow and white.
Oh, I figured that if it was going to be like a standard varsity color or standard varsity.
No, I don't think there's a standard color. There's yellow and mostly the white and black. You mostly see white and black, but you see some yellows. Long shot downfield to no avail there for Lake Stevens. A lucky break there for Jackson. The shot on goal, but blocked nicely by the defense of Lake Stevens. Another potential shot on goal here. That was by Austin Asuncion. Cross to the middle, but not successful for Jackson here. Looks like Jackson is getting a little bit more involved in the game here, a little bit more pressure putting on Lake Stevens after those 2 goals were scored. However, lets that one run out the end line. cleared out. Jackson still pulling a threat down here. Assange with the ball on the near side, passing forward. A little hand holding going on. There's a center ball. Look out for a shot. Oh, a hard shot on goal. Well saved by the goalie.
That was a great save.
Boy, if he hadn't hit it right at him, that would have been a goal. Cannot believe that he shot it right at him so hard. It just all he could do was just knock it away. And that will be a corner kick over there for Jackson. 15 minutes, 55 seconds as the ball is up in the air, off nobody's head, off the far side, controlled by Jackson, and he lets it go out of bounds. Nobody touched it, apparently, and it's going to be a corner kick, or a goal kick, I mean. First substitution here for Lake Stevens. See who that young man who came in the game is, if he'll turn around for me. It's number 10 who just came in the game, Jose Gayton. Try to put 15 minutes of good soccer time on the field here. He's playing in defensive mid position. Lake Stephen with a run down the far side. Another long shot up in front of the goal. Not to anybody. It's going to go out of bounds on the far side. That will be a Jackson throw in. Beautiful night here in the city of Everett. Haven't had rain for 4 days. Nicely done by Jackson. Crossed by Nick Herholt to the far side of the field. Jackson looking to set up a play on the far side. Give and go. Feet back to Aldo Sanchez, trying to set something down inside. Still feeding back. Now let's regroup on the far side of the field and see if we can set something up over here. There's Taylor Barron on a give and go, but a little too long, and Lake Stevens successfully blocks his access to the ball as it goes off the end line for a Lake Stevens goal kick. A couple of earlier goals in the first 10 minutes for excitement here, and it's kind of slowed down in this last 20 minutes.
You know, the excitement was that was the end of that game last night.
That was definitely exciting to watch an overtime game.
That was Meadowdale, by the way.
Meadowdale. That we played last night?
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't Arlington?
No.
Who was it? Oh, who was Arlington then? We did another game for Arlington, I guess.
Okay. Snohomish, Arlington, maybe.
That's what it was, yeah. Well, the baseball game was Arlington. That's what it was.
Not today.
The other one.
The other one.
the one last week. The one last week. Not today. Today was somebody else.
Boy, I want to know what Spencer Pettit. He wound up having to sit down last night, and I'm sure that he didn't like that.
No, he actually, interesting call, now that you mentioned it. He got a yellow card for a little aggressive behavior out there. And the referee, although it's not a rule anymore, the referee wanted him to go out of the game. And
just for a few minutes.
Yeah. And I talked to him after the game, and the referee said that he wanted him to go out of the game, and he went over to the coach and told the coach to take him out of the game. And the coach said no, he didn't want to do it. He wasn't going to take him out. He didn't have to. And the referee said, well, and then I'll give him a red card. That'll take him out of the game. So I'm not sure if that'll hold up under appeal, but
You think they'll appeal? Oh yeah, they probably will appeal that, won't they?
they will appeal it. Yeah,
Because
and,
do they keep track of red cards for?
yeah, because Spencer won't be able to play in the upcoming game with the red card.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah, he's out of the next game, as well as being down a man for that game for the last whatever it was,
Well, they
almost
certainly
10 minutes.
stepped that up. I mean, they were
Yeah.
able to come back and score with a man down.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
tribute. That's a testament to the caliber of team.
yeah, even with 10 playing,
That was out.
the lineman didn't think it was out. It wasn't all the way out, apparently. I looked down there at his flag, and he said no. But it's hard to tell from up here whether it's all the way out or not, but apparently it wasn't. The referee's holding him up here. Got a
Oh, I see. The whistles. The number of whistles means go or stop.
Well, if he's whistling, you can't go until he waves you on. So there's going to be a substitution here for Lake Stevens. Number 23 is leaving the field. That's Ignacio Ponce.
I think I need to have Dave Kruger over there at the Herald have him give me a call and explain how soccer works.
Explain how it works. It's pretty simple. You kick the ball in the goal and you score. So
I saw a picture of him trying to avoid the press police, the press Nazis up there at when he was trying to cover some of the story up there in Oso.
oh, David?
Yeah.
Was he up there? Did
He
go up
was.
there? Yeah.
He went up there to cover that Seahawks visit.
Oh, the Seahawks visit? Yeah.
The Seahawks and the Sounders sent some players up to talk with the kids there.
Yeah. Well, that was a nice thing to do. And
Sure was.
I know that, there's going to be a little bit of push-off over there by Jackson, number 18, Vanden Nagornby.
Yeah, sure, what you said.
Nagorny. I'm going to go with Nagorny. Probably not quite right. But he did get called for a push-off there. There's a back feed. Nice, easy ball. If he can control that ball and get it back in the middle here, away from the Jackson defender without losing it like he did, there was a scoring opportunity lost. And Lake Stevens again picks up the ball. Out of bounds on the far side, off Jackson. Throwing controlled by Jackson. Challenged by Lake Stevens on the far side. Still controlled by Jackson. Still controlled by Jackson and takedown. No call. Must have been an easy fall. Well, there's a shot on goal. And wide of the goal. I don't think the goalie touched that, so that will be a goal kick for Lake Stevens down here as the clock runs down to 7:57. That would be Boeing time, 7:57. Left to go in this first half of the match. Lake Stevens leading this 2-0 at this point. Good scoring effort by them early on in the period.
In soccer, that's a pretty decent score. I mean,
Yeah, usually you don't, on a good match, 2 goals in a game is pretty good. Usually games are 2-1, 2-0, 1-0, 3-2. You don't get many more goals than that usually, except then you got a mismatch like we had the other night when we had, that's the mismatch we had when we had the Snohomish Arlington soccer match.
there you go.
That was the Arlington match. That was 6-1.
That hurt.
Yeah. Al Arlington just was outclassed by Snohomish. And that happens with some of the schools at different times. Lake Stevens controlling nice high fronting ball over the top right to the goalie. About 5 yards off the mark, but a good scoring opportunity in process.
I think they should allow checking.
Checking.
Like in hockey.
Yeah. Well, the game is played a little bit like hockey at certain times, and there is a little bit of checking going on. It's just not quite as...
Yeah, but if there's too much checking, then there's whistling.
Hockey gets just a little bit too aggressive at times. But,
What?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you play a game and you break bones and lose your teeth, why, that's pretty aggressive. There's a weak shot on goal, far side cross. I think that wasn't a shot. Probably thinking of a cross there. There's a lot of body contact out here in soccer. A lot of it's kind of let it go. There's a misplay there by Sean Hicks. Tried to capture that ball and lost it out of bounds. Looks like Vandam's going to throw the ball in. We'll call him Vandam. Not butcher his last name again. Still controlling the ball with Vandam and off of Lake Stevens. So Vandam will have another throw in over there.
I could hear his buddies here yelling at him to go back, and he didn't listen. He tried to force that in there.
Yeah, sometimes they get excited about going forward to the goal. Whistle here. Okay, here we go. Then I'm going to try to throw it up in front of the goal again. Controlled by Lake Stevens. Playing a little pinball here with the ball bouncing off of a few different players. Finally controlled on the far side by Jackson with a feed forward. Controlled, nicely defended there by Lake Stevens. Oh, that kid can control the ball pretty good. Oh, there's a missed shot there.
I think that's one of the things that Snohomish does well is that they can get you tired out in a hurry because they will pass that ball side to side.
Yep, keep you running. So a nice shot on goal there again by Jackson, just tipped over the bar by Lake Stevens goalie, which will result in a corner kick for Jackson, but somebody's going to have to go get a ball, and he found the ball back there by the high jump pit pad. There's still one way back over there in the woods by the bushes. Ball's down in the corner. Let's see if he can get this one up in front. In the air, inside, far side, connect the ball and get it back in there. Oh, he waited too long for it. Nicely defended by Lake Stevens, and they took it away. They got numbers. They got 4-on-3 going forward down here. They can capitalize, but Jackson finally got back on defense far enough. Nice idea to center the ball, just didn't get it centered far enough to a Lake Stevens player there, as Jackson again maintains control on defense here. Oh, nice pass, almost caught. Feed forward by Jared Davis. I think you got to blow a whistle there. I thought he pushed him down, but he didn't go down. No whistle. No call. So you see, there's
What do you call that? Play on.
That's what you call checking there, Todd. See, kind of checked him hard. There's another check right there. Nice maneuver. There's a little shoulder maneuver there. Ball back there to Chewy Stahl. He's the captain. Lake Stevens moving forward again on the far side, moving to the mid. Should have a good pass over. No, pass to Jackson, not pass to Lake Stevens. Feed through ball up. Easily defended. Oh. Yeah, Lake Stevens playing a little keep away down here. Nobody's challenging him, so why not? No pressure there. Ball on the far side. No, tried to get a feed through there off of Jackson. Inbound throw midfield. Controlled by Jackson. Zach Butch with a weak shot over there on the far side.
What would happen if you just put your foot on the ball and then just stood there? Is there a penalty for that?
No,
If somebody doesn't come up and challenge you?
you can stand there all you want, but you won't stand there very long without somebody come up and challenge you. And your coach won't like you standing there with your foot in the ball. He wants you to make something happen.
Well, because I think there's a rule in basketball. You can't just stand there and dribble. You have to do something. And
Yes, there is. Basketball rule says you can't stand there. Well, you can stand there as long as you aren't challenged. So if you're holding the ball and there's nobody within 10 or 12 feet of you, you can stand there and hold it all you want until the shot clock goes off.
well, shot clock, I got that.
Or until somebody moves up to challenge you, and then you've got 4 seconds. There's a shot on goal right to the goalie by Emery Lowell.
Is that it?
That ends the period here. So at the end of one, we have Jackson up 2-0. We'll have a 5-minute break here, and then we'll be back to start the second period of this match. See you in 5.
So we'll run a couple of little ditties here and call it good.
Okay.
Are you looking for help selling or buying a new home in the beautiful Snohomish area? I got great news. Look no further than Gilpin Realty, and you want to make sure you talk to Leela and Ray Cook. They understand. There's somebody you can trust if you're looking for new construction. They know the community. They know the schools. Why? Because they're lifelong Snohomish residents and they have 32 years of real estate experience. So if you're buying, if you're selling, you're looking for a house for your family, there's nowhere else to go than Leela and Ray Cook. Give them a call or check out all their properties right now at gilpinrealty.com.
That was beautiful. Basically, yeah. Great.
The Eye Care Center of Snohomish on Avenue D is here to help with all your eye care needs. Our professional staff is committed to offering the most sophisticated, high-end, latest technologies to our patients. And the Eye Care Center is a relaxed atmosphere, allows you to browse the over 800 high-end designer frames, including some for the little ones. There's really no reason to go anywhere else. See us online at eyecarecenterofsnohomish.com or call 360-568-6666.
1, 2, 3 Jackson. There you go.
What?
Back live.
1, 2, 3 Jackson back live as Jackson takes the field here for the second half of this match against Lake Stevens. Lake Stevens Vikings taking an early 2-0 lead in the first period of this match. We'll see if any adjustments are made by Jackson here at their halftime break. Maybe they'll change their formation around, move something in a little more offensive minded here. And at the same time, you have the halftime talk by Lake Stevens coach over there, Coach Kit Shanholzer. Kit probably said, don't be letting down now just because we got a 2-0 lead. We got to see if we can get 2 more in this half at least. So keep the level up, I'm sure. I expect it'll probably get a little more physical in this half, Todd. Probably be a little more what you call checking going on out there like in hockey. So look for a little activity. Referee waves up to us, and we gave him the all clear. That broadcast is ready to go. We're done with our commercial, right? Jackson controlling the ball right in front of us down here. Aldo Sanchez feeds the ball back. Ball on the far side. There's a good maneuver by Jackson on the far side if they can maintain control of it. And it went out of bounds off Jackson, which will go back to Lake Stevens possession here. A throw in on the far side. So just in the opening moments of this half, I think I see a little bit more intensity out of the Jackson players here. Seem to be being a little more aggressive going to the ball. A little more body contact over there. That's 2-on-1. Jackson wins. There's a knockdown. I think that'll be called against Lake Stevens.
Was that checking?
That was a pretty good hard check. That was 2 hands to the chest knockdown over there, I think. Scoring opportunity here for Jackson right out of the gate here with 38:27 left, and it's up. It's long. It's to the goal, right at the goalie, and the goalie bounced it over. Goalie's out. It should be a shot. Oh, it's off the post. How did they not score? They had the goalie out of the box and hit the post. Boy, talk about the luck of the game. Just like that, Jackson was back in scoring position here.
There was something there they didn't like.
Yeah, that was another little push-off. So Jackson again will have a opportunity here.
The ref giving him a little how do you do there?
Yeah, so a little bit of extra touching going on over there. Jackson rolls the ball up about another 3 or 4 yards beyond where it was. Again, if he can get it up there in front of the goal like the last time, we'll see what happens this time. Oh, he hit it. There was only one man in front of him, and he hit it right at him. Can you believe that? That was a miss hit for sure. Jackson feeds inside to Nick. Nick gets a weak shot off right at the goalie. That offensive threat was thwarted, but as I said, it looks like Jackson's being a little more aggressive because so far we've had the ball pretty much down on this end of the field with Jackson having a couple different scoring opportunities there and very nearly scoring for them, but the luck of the game didn't fall their way. And again, more aggression by Jackson there. This should be up in front to center. There's a shot, could have gone toward the goal, but was off Lake Stevens. Will be a Jackson corner. And Just like that, with just about less than 4 minutes in the game, we have two Lake Stevens players being substituted early on here. Coach did not like something he saw out there, I think. So Jackson with a corner kick to Temp here. Another good opportunity for goal is far up off the head of Lake Stevens for a clear out. And referee linesman says it's a Jackson throw-in down there on the far corner of your screen. Beautiful throw-in, still protected out by Lake Stevens. Controlled back by Jackson. Should be a far side and a center again. Here's a shot on goal. No, taken away by Jackson. Went a little too far. Taken away by Lake Stevens, I mean. That's a trip. No. Yeah, he did call that. So, Lake Stevens, free kick. First time the ball's been down here in Lake Stevens' potential territory for a threat. Here's a chance for a shot on goal. One up in front, two back. Oh, far wide.
I think that's kind of dangerous to be headbutting that thing right in front of your own goal.
Yeah, if you got to do it right. Well, that's almost 6 minutes into this second half, and it's the first time Lake Stevens has gotten the ball down, even come close to potential scoring threat. Jackson moving down the far side by Synod Ignat. That's kind of a weak goal kick by Lake Stevens. Yeah, I'm seeing Jackson move faster to the ball right now. Missed pass by Jackson defend there, almost into the hands of Jackson. We had Jackson throw in down here. Vandam going to throw it in again from this side. He can get it up in front of the goal, and he gets it pretty far up there. Off the head of Jackson. Saved by Lake Stevens defense. They move up to midfield. Good aggressive play there by Vandam Nagorny. Will result in a Lake Stevens throw in here.
We are in our press booth.
We definitely
press box.
On our press box.
We have to thank Ron Henthorn for building our box this evening when we first arrived.
Yeah. Had I hammer out and saw and nails and built this little...
Yeah. If anyone wants to see the picture, they could go out on Twitter, and we tweeted a photo of our little shielded area.
Got to keep those prevailing winds from the east from cooling us off here, because this is a hot, warm night here.
Yeah.
Now in our box.
It's toasty.
It's toasty. Next time we have a chance to come out here, we'll bring a little heater along.
Man, you're not kidding. You see the moon up there? Boy, that's looking cold.
Yeah. So we got to look at the crescent moon tonight. Yeah.
Seems like Stevens has got a little bit more urgency about them now.
Yeah, they're starting to get back a little more aggressive. That's what you call an outhouse moon up there, Todd.
An outhouse moon.
Hell. There again, see Jackson moving strong to the ball. No call on that one because he just kind of jumped over him. But again,
It looked impressive.
Yeah, I think I see Jackson looking a little bit stronger so far this half. There's a ball shot in toward mid off of Lake Stevens, which I believe will be a corner for Jackson over here. Let's see if it looks like I'm right. And again, scoring opportunity. All corners are potential scoring opportunities. The ball is in the air, headed off of Lake Stevens, back to Jackson, back in the middle. Oh, ball still flying up in the air, and I think that was off. That wasn't off of Lake Stevens, so that's going to be just kind of a straight kick off Jackson there, and it'll be a goal kick for Lake Stevens here. A goal attempt thwarted there by strong defense by Lake Stevens. Good takeaway by Jackson there. Feed through, too late. Almost got it up forward. Here's Lake Stevens on the offensive charge now. Good defense by Jackson to prevent that feed. Oh, that was Chewy Stahl who tried to control that ball and controlled it out of bounds, which will give Lake Stevens a throw-in down here. And again, this was probably the second time so far we've been down here on this end of the field for Lake Stevens. 29:51 left to go in this period. A little over 10 minutes passed. And Lake Stevens may have another attempt on goal here with a good throw-in. Cleared out to the right. Lake Stevens has control of the ball, trying to find somebody to pass it to. Back to mid. Should pass it across before you lose it.
Use it before you lose it?
Well, that ball's going to be off a Jackson player, and that is going to result, according to the referee, in a corner kick for Lake Stevens over here down the far right corner. I think you almost got that on the screen, don't you? You can get that one.
Oh, I can get it.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I just want to take a look at the goal because when it comes in.
Yeah. So we're right coming in off the far side there. And
when they get the ball.
yeah, gotta go find the ball. The ball's.
Well, I got to tell you, the lighting here is great.
Yeah, good field lighting here. I can.
They didn't spare any dollars here like Snohomish. You know, they got those things turned down, I think.
There's the kick in off of Jackson. Hard shot by Lake Stevens to the far right, and no goal scored on that one. Yeah, I can feel the temperature dropping here in our on our booth. We got to find that heater, get it turned on here.
You have all kinds of gadgets at the house there. Bring one of those things by.
Yeah, bring our space heater. Well, Lake Stevens had a shot down there to get a potential goal again here, but to no avail, although they will have the throw-in on the far side. Not a good throw-in into the possession of Jackson. Long ball headed out by Jackson.
See, he was calling behind him again. He
Yeah.
had a player running the sideline there.
Yeah. Oh, the feed through. That's going to go a little too far. Nice play by Jackson goalie to come out and get that. I think that's Armando Herta playing goalie for Jackson there tonight. Came out. Oh, there's a high kick into the face of Lake Stevens. Lake Stevens playing a little keep away down here. Don't seem to be in too big a hurry to move the ball forward, but ended up getting it taken away over there and got it back just like that. There's a long ball. Oh, headed off by Jackson. Goalie comes out far corner of the box, get that ball. Sent it as a drop, give and goal, and taken away because he had to wait for it. It wasn't quite a good pass. Blake Stevens controlling the ball here. Another long ball up. Far side. Running off the field. Not sure why he's running after it. Oh, he's running after it to block Blake Stevenson getting it. It'll be a Jackson throw in on the far side. Vikings head the ball out of bounds on the far side. And the Timberwolves, the Jackson Timberwolves, are going to get more aggressive here. Doubled up on the far side and lost. Well, just like that, they take it away. Cross ball to the far side here to Jared Davis. Jared drops it back. Ball in the middle. Not sure who that went off. Referee says it's off of Lake Stevens, and Jackson will have another opportunity here for a goal. Get that ball up in the middle of the air there. They line things up. Far posted off the head of Jackson. Nicely done. Nicely saved by the goalie. Wonderful save by Vaughn Silver, Lake Stevens Viking goalie. Did a beautiful job. There's two almost goals by Jackson that could have been scored tonight and weren't. One for
there's some pushing around there.
Yeah,
Ref finally got a hold of that.
Yeah, finally ended up calling it against Lake Stevens. There's a double pushing both ways there, and he finally decided who he's going to call that on. Well, it's not that Jackson shouldn't have scored or couldn't have scored. They've had a couple of good attempts at scoring. And looks like they're going to set one up here. Another possibility if they can get this away now back in the middle. And it is. Hard shot
boy, that
right
was
at the goalie. That was a beautiful kick. Beautiful shot on goal. And, yeah, I will stay with my earlier prediction that Jackson is coming on stronger and trying to be more aggressive in scoring here. And
well, those two early goals are going to come back to haunt them, I think.
Yeah, and I think Lake Stevens playing more in defensive mode rather than offensive mode. There's a strong goal shot, just a little wide of the goal. As that ball heads down to North Country.
I think they're going to have to supply some ball boys here.
Yeah, I think they've got somebody going after the one up to the north. And there's one way down on the far south. Good header by Jackson to move the ball downfield. That was a weak shot off the far side. No, that ball didn't go so far. It hit a box out there behind the goalpost, so not a big thing. Vikings controlling the ball on the far side. Up in the air to no control. Back to control. Free ball racing down the middle. Austin Ascension moving things around down there, trying to set something up. Looks like he's got a chance to feed it through. There's a feed through if he can get to it. Should be a shot on goal, but wide of the goal. And the ball sails far down to the south. 21 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. I'm almost halfway through this second period. Still maintaining that 2-0 lead by the Lake Stevens Vikings here. There's a long ball down. Defended. Picked up by Lake Stevens. Little shoulder shove, and I think they're going to call that against Jackson. Number 14, Andre Jordan, for a little aggressive checking there. Will be a free kick for Lake Stevens. And again, we're close enough here to make this a scoring opportunity. Everybody's lining up about 15, 20 yards in front of the goal. See if they can make a run on it here. Hopefully there won't be any offsides in the process. Oh, nicely caught by Lake Stevens if he can get it back. Cleared the middle. Oh, bad pass. Good idea, but he missed past it. A lot of hollering by the players and the substitutions on the bench. What they want to get done. Jackson got the ball down to the far side. I think out of bounds off of Lake Stevens. Should be Jackson throw in down here. Could throw it up pretty close to the goal. Let's see. Everybody's marking up down there in front. Got a nice long throw in there. That's going to be, looks like he's calling that a corner kick for Jackson. See if I can tell who's going to take that. I can't see who's taking it. Oh, nice ball. Long ball, far post. Maintained by Jackson, but dropped off easily. And it's Lake Stevens with numbers being chased strong. Feeds forward. Oh, bad luck. Had a full breakaway there and just mishandled the pass. That ball's going to be a little too far. Goalie's going to capture that. Well, a little bit of excitement there for Lake Stevens players and fans alike as they almost got a breakaway shot down there. Jared Davis fielding the ball far side. Synod drops it off the end line. So off a Lake Stevens player will be another goal kick for Jackson. And again, a goal scoring opportunity for Jackson. Much, much more aggressive this half. And far post off the head of Lake Stevens. Controlled far out by Jackson. Back to the middle by Jackson again. Missed kick by Lake Stevens. There's a good chance for a shot on goal right there. It's long and high and over the far wide of the goal. So there's two balls down there. Good, do have some help chasing them now. One of them's going to get back in play right away. 17 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this match here tonight. And you can feel the temperature drop. I think we're back down into the mid-40s about now. Nice give and go by Jackson there. Jared Davis looking to center it from the far corner down here. Drops it back. Lake Stevens pulling strong defense. Got numbers here. He got 4-on-2 if he can get the ball through. No, not a good play. Good defense. Lake Stevens looking to threat here now. They can clear the ball. Got it taken away. No challenge. Yeah, Jackson looking like they're much more aggressive this half. If they'd have played that way the first half, this would have been a little different game. See if they can develop a goal out of this positive attitude here. A high ball up midfield, headed out by Jackson defender. Misplayed by Lake Stevens and controlled back again by Jackson. Good chance for a shot on goal here, but quickly covered by Lake Stevens again to prevent a goal opportunity, but it will be a corner kick as Aldo Sanchez heads over there in the corner as the designated corner kicker for Jackson here tonight on that side. So you get a good view of that ball coming in here. As you see, it'll just kind of, hopefully he's going to arc it up in front down there and off of somebody's head right in the center of the goal, and nobody got their head on him, but what a beautiful corner kick. That ball is going to be deflected off of Lake Stevens for a Jackson throw in. And again, the ball is down the middle. Jackson clears it out. Oh, that wasn't a good play. He doesn't like it either. Kick the ball to nobody. Might as well pass it out of bounds. Okay, let's go. Settle down, Lake Stevens. If you're going to get in this ball game, you got to be playing control ball here. Not going to happen as he kicks it out of bounds. Referee says they're going to do a substitution here for Lake Stevens. I believe that's number 23 leaving the game. Indio Ponce. I read that right. Number 10, Jose Gaylor's leaving the game. And for him is number 13, Jack Herms. A good-sized young man. Gives some height down there on the defense. And Nick Herhold with a nice feed down the far side. Jackson gets control of that. They could get a possible shot up in front of goal. Aldo Sanchez looking to make something happen down here. Nice cross in front of the goal. Jackson's there. That's Austin Asuncion trying to control the ball and lost it over there. Another Lake Stevens throw in on the far side. Oh, that's a penalty. I didn't see him get pushed down or shoved, but he called it. So
If they called it, it happened.
it happened. Maybe the linesman called it. I didn't see the ref call it. The ball's up in front. See if they can get the foot on the ball. It's over. Oh, a little higher would have been over the goalie's head. He was pretty far out of the goal. Well, Lake Stevens got another chance for a goal opportunity there. A little weak shot, but still a goal attempt. 12 minutes, 27 seconds remaining. This match is still no score in the second period here. As both teams playing strong. Jackson playing strong offensively. Lake Stevens playing strong defensively, trying to maintain that lead. Jackson has a chance to set something up here. There's a shot on goal. It's going to be wow high over the goal through the football goal posts.
You don't get points for that, though.
You don't get points for that, but it feels good. So it was a shot on goal by Jackson again. Number 5, Jacob Howard coming out here, the sidelines for Jackson. I didn't actually see who was going in. Looks like he's got a little bloody nose. Lake Stevens controlling on the far side now. I hear the Goose fans cheering over there.
I thought that was maybe my wife and her friends that.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
better hope you edit that one out of there. Well, we'll just leave that one alone. Strong boot into the chest of number. I guess he's number. I don't have a number 11. Oh, it's
13.
number 13. Yeah, that's Jack Herms. Took a nice shot in the chest.
He's a tough guy.
Yeah. Easy throwing on the far side, challenged quickly by Lake Stevens. Out of bounds off Stevens, and will be a Jackson throw-in over there. Yeah, it looks like Nick Herhold down there does have a bloody nose. Putting some ice on his neck. You like to have some ice on your neck, Todd?
Not right now.
No, I'm sure not. No. Nicely taken away by Lake Stevens down there to thwart another attempt by Jackson. Long feed through. Oh, let it roll. A good thing he did. He don't know if he meant to or not. Oh, cross feed. Miscommunication there by Lake Stevens. Being talk it out there a little bit. Kind of booted the ball out of bounds where he thought somebody was and somebody wasn't. 9 minutes. 10 seconds left to go here. Jackson again trying to move forward. Long ball up the middle. Controlled by Lake Stevens. A little bit of grabbing and pushing going on there, and the winner of that match was number 16, Chevy Stoll, the captain. Didn't hold him back any. He plays a very strong defensive position as Jackson tries to set this shot up over the center for a potential goal down here from the corner. Ball off Lake Stevens so far. Lake Stevens controls it, clears it out. Lake Stevens on the offensive. Long ball up front. Dropped off. Lake Stevens in a good position to get a chance to shot on goal here. All you got to do is turn around and shoot, and that's going to be a card, a yellow card, and I'm not sure who he's going to give it to. He's looking around like, who am I going to give it to? I don't know if he gave it to number 26 or not. Number 26 did go off the field, didn't have to go off the field. That's Tyler Juarez. But coach may have felt better of it and action will go off anyway. Out. That ball was out. Jacob Howard tried to save it, but to no avail. Oh,
Good takeaway.
Yeah, good takeaway by Synod. There's a little push off there by Vanden. The ball kicks slowly up to the goalie. Well, I don't know they stopped that with their feet like that. That's a lot of confidence because you just get your foot in the wrong place. He's going to be challenged. See, he was standing down there waiting, letting time go out. He didn't have to hurry.
How much time we got left there, Ron?
We're down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. Looks like Lake Stevens playing prevent defense here now. Long ball down the far side. Saved back to the goalie. Poor kick by the goalie. Far side out of bounds. That doesn't help Jackson at all. All that does is take more time. Yeah, you can feel the moisture in the air here tonight as it cools off in the Everett Stadium here. And again, the ball's out of bounds over there. Lake Stevens with another attempt here. Front of the goal, blocked out cleanly by a hard shot to the goalie from about 30 yards out. Lake Stevens kind of playing a little keep away here now. Maintain the ball in the backcourt. Just letting them be challenged. I kind of try to frustrate Jackson here a little bit. There's a ball fed forward. Taken away by Jackson. Returned back by Lake Stevens. Long ball up front. Here's a feed down the side to Jared Davis if he can center something out of this. Looks like he's going to drop it back. Taken away by...
Then kicked out of bounds.
Yeah.
And that's back to Jackson.
Jackson, throw in. Kind of hard to see down around the corner there. But looks like ball's going to be a throw in. Long throw in. Cleared out by Lake Stevens, right to the Jackson, number 15. He's going to try to take a shot on goal. A lot of pushing and shoving going on down there. And Lake Stevens defender, number 4, Austin Atkin, bailed that one out to the far side. Be another Jackson throw in as the clock runs down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds here. And again, got it up in front of the goal, but weren't able to make anything happen yet. Another shot up toward the goal, and that's going to go far wide. And that will be a goal kick for Lake Stevens here. Time is running out for Jackson, although there's plenty of time to get two goals with a little bit of luck. Long ball downfield. Won by Lake Stevens Vikings, controlling the ball, control the ball, pass it across. And don't give it up like that. Don't need to do that at this point in the game. That's what you need to do, is control the ball and pass it. There you go. Now you got the game in control. There's a feed forward. Oh, a misplay by Jackson. Shot on goal. Oh, that curved off the far post over there. That was close to a goal as you're going to get. The goalie didn't even see it come off, and it just went curving. If it had been a straight shot instead of a curved shot, it would have gone in. Again, a lucky goal kind of thing can happen in this game, and that would have been a lucky goal, I think. But even though it was a good shot on goal, as the clock now is running down to 2 minutes and no seconds on the clock. And for the next 2 minutes, we'll be looking at the referee here. I don't think there was a whole lot of delay in this game, either in the first period or the second period here. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of added time, if any. Lake Stevens running down the far side, threatening to move up. Again, just barely missing out on a chance to cross the ball, saved by Armando Herte, the goalie. Jackson with a chance to come down maybe and get a shot off here, but not happening. Little shove off, no call. Another shove off, no call. Little pushing and shoving around, kind of ref letting things go there a little bit. Ball cleared out to Jackson. Jackson trying hard to move the ball up, lost control, long ball downfield. It's going to have to be saved by the defender and picked up by Lake Stevens. If he can go one-on-one across, he's going to have a chance. He went for the shot instead of across. He had Jacob Howard over here all by himself. All he had to do was go for him and not the goalie, and we would have seen another goal by Lake Stevens Vikings here tonight. Time is running out. Wow. A little frustration over there on the far side.
What's that little sign there?
Referee signaled something. I'm not sure what he signaled. Maybe he signaled 1 minute, perhaps, would be my guess.
Because we're under 2.
Yeah, we're under 2, and so he probably just said that was 1 minute, just so to let everybody know that there's not going to be any more added time. Looks like we have a Lake Stevens player on the turf, but he's getting up. Referee says play on, and we'll have the throw in here. Well up in front. Quick turn that bailed out on the far side. I hear that gaggle of geese coming over again.
It's my wife and her friends again. What are they doing up there?
Yeah, the party's over. Time to go home. And the ball's up in front of the goal and bailed out again by Jackson on the far side. That's an offsides. Not to worry. Ref says play on. Didn't call the offsides since nothing happened. I love that kind of a call. No sense delaying the game at that point. Perfect time for referee discretion. Not even though there was an offside, not to call it. It was advantage Lake Stevens. Long hard ball down toward the goalie. I would say we got to be just about out of time here, unless he did add some time. Maybe that 1 minute was a 1 minute add time. I don't know. I think he just called it. He just called it. So there you have it. Lake Stevens Vikings defeating Jackson Timberwolves tonight here. A score of 2-0 at the Everett Stadium here in the city of Everett. So this is Ron Hentharn and Todd Eldig. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to look at that tweet for our beautiful booth here in Everett. We'll see you tomorrow at a Glacier Peak softball game.
Glacier Peak Snohomish. See you then.
See you then.